Today I want to talk about Red Dead 2 and what is going to make it succeed.
What's on Jay's mind?
Okay, so let me start this video out by saying I absolutely love Rockstar games. They are without a doubt one of my favorite game developers of all time. There are very few, if any, instances where they put out a subpar product. This is definitely one of those companies where if they announce that a game is being delayed, I'm okay with it because I know that they're going to try to give us the best possible game the first time out of the package instead of relying on patches and whatnot. I've been waiting on this sequel for a very long time. I'm so glad it's coming. But what needs to happen in Red Dead to give gamers the best possible experience that we can get? Well, first of all, I want to start out with the story. The single player story has to be just as good as it was in the first Red Dead game. I get asked a lot, what game would I like to see be made into a movie? And my answer is always, if you take the script from the first Red Dead Redemption and change nothing and make a movie out of that, then we might have the best ever video game to movie adaptation ever. So the storyline has to be good. There is still something to be said about single player campaign modes. Not everybody buys games just to jump online. I really enjoy single player. A good story will just make that game that much more of an experience, a good experience for me. So first and foremost, we need the story. Most likely, online won't be launched day one. We have to have something to entertain us while we're waiting on the online. And for me, that's definitely going to be the story mode. Speaking of online, this is the next thing. And I have a lot of bullet points here. This is the next thing that's going to make or break this game. The online experience. As much as I want the single player experience to be amazing, the online experience needs to be even more amazing. In my opinion, Rockstar needs to get as close to GTA 5 with the online experience as possible. Now, that's going to be a little more difficult with a game like Red Dead Redemption. Why? Because it's a period piece. It is set in a certain time frame, and if you want to be true to that time frame as far as modes of transportation, weapons, that kind of thing, which Rockstar will, you're limited. Now that being said, I think certain guns like mounted Gatling guns and things like that. Obviously you got rifles, revolvers, and whatever, but you're not going to be sitting there with like Uzis like you do in Grand Theft Auto. It ain't going to happen. But some of the things, in my opinion, that need to happen, we need outlaw missions. GTA 5 has been really great about adding different things. You can steal cars, you can start a CEO, you can start a motorcycle club. We need to have the same kind of thing. And each one of those different, professions in GTA 5, you're able to do different things. If we have outlaw missions, you can make your own gang. I definitely think we need to have things like bank heists. In the first Red Dead, one of the big things was... Shit, that's thunder. In the first Red Dead Redemption, one of the big things was attacking forts. And I'm not saying that doesn't need to be there. I just think we need a lot more added to that. Bank heists, that can be a thing. You can definitely make that GTA 5-esque. And I'm gonna use GTA 5 as a reference material here because that's one of the best things Rockstar has ever done, especially when it comes to online play. Along with that, train robberies. I think that should definitely be a thing. Those can be your things with like your outlaw missions. And there's many more. There's many more ideas out there. If you guys have ideas, please feel free to put it in the comments. Aside from that, we need to have a lot of extras, way more extras in this one than in the first one. One thing that was kind of neat was like the shootout mode, where you and another player, it was basically like drawing and who could shoot the other person first, kind of like in the Old West. That was cool, but what are you going to add to that? I think something that can be added to that would be gambling. And this is something we never got in GTA 5. Make the saloons where you can walk up and play cards. You can play poker. You can, make craps tables. Gambling has been around since the beginning of time. So I think that should definitely be a thing. This is something in GTA 5 that players always wanted, and we just never got. We never got the casino opened up. So give us a saloon, a casino, or something. Another thing is going to be races. GTA's big on races. We got boat races, helicopter, plane races. We got car races, all that kinds of things. And again, I'm going to go back to the limited available of things you're able to put in a timepiece like this, a period piece like this. So what are you going to do? Are we going to have like horse races? Just solo, okay, that's cool. We're gonna have like carriage races, horse-drawn carriages, but what else are you gonna do? We have to have, us as gamers, we want something more. Unfortunately, we are a spoiled species these days, and we want as much as possible. And I really think that Rockstar is gonna give it to us. It's just, what are you gonna give us? So races, what do you guys think on races? What needs to go on with races? Again, given that it's set in the Old West, your options are limited. We can't have, super sports car races or motorbike races or anything like that. So what does Rockstar do? What do y'all think they do? Another thing that's going to make this successful is the add-ons and the DLC. I can imagine that the DLC will probably be free, just like they've always done. But what are you going to add on? Outside of like different types of horses and colored horses, Clydesdales and Mustangs and what are the painted horses and all that kind of stuff. Like what else are you going to be able to give us to keep us engaged, to keep us playing? I don't want this to be one of those games where I get the platinum and then push it aside. I want this to be like GTA 5, where there's so much to do online and so many of my friends are playing online that there's always something to do. We want to be able to achieve something. In GTA 5, you can become the leader of the president of a motorcycle club. You can become a CEO of a corporation and do evil deeds, dastardly deeds. We want that in this game. Please put something in this game. So anything that you can think of, Rockstar, from that time era, put it in this game. It has to be in this game. Get creative. It's okay. You can get a little bit of creative, take some liberties, but I know you're not going to take too much because you want the authenticity, and I appreciate and respect that. Talking about game modes and things of that nature, Take-Two, who is the parent company of Rockstar, has said it's not going to be a battle royale type online play. And I don't think it should be. Should that be a game mode option? Yeah, have a deathmatch, have team deathmatches. That's fine, that's okay, but don't hinge the entire online experience on this open world battle royale where you're doing nothing but just trying to kill each other, because that's going to happen anyways. We're going to do that anyways, but don't make that your selling point for the online. Don't Fortnite us is what I'm saying. You got to give us more to do, or people aren't going to stay engaged and keep playing this game. It's just the way it's going to be. So those are my thoughts on what Rockstar needs to do. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. If there's anything I left out, please put it down there. If you agree, disagree, just let's talk, let's discuss.